Hey everyone, sorry for the lateness of this fight prediction, but I've been going through some personal issues. But anyways, the UFC returns to Azerbaijan with a co-main event that will be a highlight firecracker fight. At least I think so. At least I tend to believe it will be. 16-1 Shara Magomedov, who's on a one-fight winning streak, takes on Michel Pereira, who, by the way, is also on a one-fight winning streak. He's 32-14, 2 no contests. Now, both fighters were ranked middleweights at one point, in the middle, not at the top of the division, mid-level ranked fighters. But right now, neither one of them are, and I'm more shocked that Shara's not in the rankings. But, that being said, because of some good takedowns and an occasional stretch of a good ground game by Michel Pereira, I tend to think that this fight's not going to be as easy for Shara Bullet as everybody else seems to believe it is. I'm out on an island, out all by myself on this island with that thought. That said, even with the Muay Thai base that Shara Bullet fights out of, when he is on the bottom, he has proven that he can get to a base and he can cage walk. Michel Pereira, on the flip side, at least at this point, this is not the Michel Pereira of like 5 years ago. This Michel Pereira tends to just gas himself out, being unpredictable and wild. And in a way, Shara Bullet is kind of like a mirror image of that, except he is a lot more measured in his game. Look, it's okay to be flashy. It's okay to look for a crazy finish. You're completely allowed to do that. But if you do it sloppy and you're undisciplined, no, you can't do it that way. Michel holds his hands way too low, and this is not someone that has the talent that can keep his hands as low as he does, especially at this point in his career. He's off balance a lot of times when he throws strikes. He has issues blocking kicks, and we all know Shara Bullet uses an array of them. Not like a Jose Aldo or an Edson Barboza, or even a Mirko Krokop for that matter. But Shara Bullet's kicking game is, I would say, high level. Okay. Now, if Michel Pereira is able to get on the inside of Shara's range, he's then going to have to deal with being in a clinch situation where Shara Bullet's going to throw knees up the middle. Those spinning elbows are always in his playbook. Both guys throw north of 50% on their significant strikes. That's why I tend to believe Michel can somewhat be in this fight for a while at least. I see it, the fight playing out where Michel is going to be running around on the outside, and Shara controlling the center of the octagon for most of the fight. But I don't see Pereira biting on Shara Bullet's feints. At least too often I don't see that happening. I don't see Pereira, on the other hand, being able to pop shot Shara Bullet the way Michael Venom Page was able to do. And even if he is able to land some, or at least attempt to throw some in the middle, Shara is not bad at counter-striking either. I mean, that's not his forte, but he's pretty good at it. Let's not forget something, and I don't know if you guys know this. Michel Pereira has a lot to prove. He just signed a new 4-fight contract, and honestly, I don't know if Michel Pereira has 4 UFC fights left in him. He might have 4 fights left, but I don't know if he has 4 UFC fights left. Might wind up LFA, PFL, bare knuckle, RAF. I could see Pereira going, another 5-6 years, just not in the UFC. I think this is one of those contracts where the UFC is going to wind up eventually cutting their losses. Maybe 2 fights in, maybe 3 fights in, but I don't see him getting the 4th fight on that contract. Despite the high pace that these guys are going to bring to this fight, I don't see it being a finish. I see it going to the scorecards. I think I have to go with the favorite here. I think Shara Bullet in Azerbaijan is going to win via very close split decision. It's not going to be unanimous. It's going to be a split. 29-28, 29-28, 28-29, something like that. So there's the fight prediction. Guys, please like the video, hit the subscribe button, share it. In the comment section below, you tell me what you think about this fight. Once again, my fight prediction, Shara Bullet, very close split decision. And until the next video, Cyclone saying, peace out, homies.